Hello everyone, John Tooth again. Hey, it's part 2 of my Fostoria, Ohio video. We are 35 miles south of Toledo, and we're going to see a couple really long trains. One train is a train pulled by a CSX locomotive. One CSX locomotive is going to pull this whole train. It's a long one. Then you're going to see a Norfolk Southern locomotive by itself pulling a long train. All these cars, about a mile's worth of cars, pulled by one single locomotive up in Fostoria, Ohio. Let's start the video, son. This is part 2. Here we go. Okay, we got a CSX train coming through. It's going to come through the diamond here, I think. No, wait a minute. Hold on a second, let's back up. It's going to come across this way, hit the other diamond. I saw the rail fans going down this way, so I thought it's going to go the other way. All right, got the gates down over here. There you go. There's a train way back, they're doing some switching. Way back on the left, you can see that one. see that one. Well, there you go. I got that one train over there, one way back, and this one's still going. Let's check out the gates. There you go. That was 2 trains at once. That was pretty cool. I hope you got to see the locomotives on that second train, because I wasn't ready for it. I panned out just right at the wrong time. But still got both trains. If you want to count them, you can. And there's 2 other trains down here. There's one sitting way down there, and I can't see it. I think they're doing some switching, and looks like there's another one stopped right there. I can just barely see it. You can see some locomotives right there across the diamond. So let's see what happens next. Here we go. All right, guess what? There is more, like there always is. We got a train coming. Norfolk Southern. It's gonna be coming westbound right here at any time. I could hear it over there. Can't see it yet. So we're gonna film this one from the platform over here. Looking that way. Let's get it over here at the crossing. Okay, here we go. check the booking. Wow, they were in a hurry to go somewhere. That was a good one. We had a little bit of a lull here between trains. Sun came out and we got that one. That was a pretty good one though. A bunch of rail fans just now showing up too. All right, see what else we can get. Got some mate toy equipment going across the diamond. Fostoria has a population of 13,046 and they've got railroad diamonds located in several different locations. This particular diamond you're going to see here is about 1,000 feet away from me. So check this out. We're going to have a CSX train with a Canadian Pacific locomotive on it. So check this view out from about 1,000 feet away. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Canadian Pacific. Sweet. Let's watch it from way back here. That's too far to walk over there. Going across the diamond. That's a good sounding horn. I hear another train back behind me somewhere. I think there's going to be another one coming behind me, so you might not want to count the cars because I want to get the closest one to me. Too far from that diamond right there to see it. Look how far away that is. I'm still zoomed in 2.3 times. There comes the end of it. I got the whole thing. It's kind of hard to guess which track a train's going to come on when you're up here at the platform. See, look how far away I am from that. Pretty big place here. There's the caboose. I used to come here years ago before this was ever here, before they ever made this a viewing area for trains. There used to be a junkyard right where I'm at. There was some old buildings up there close to the road, and we would park up there next to the road, the little gravel pull off, and this was like a big junkyard right here. It's come a long way since then. So let's see what else we can find over here. There's train tracks all over the place. Look at this. All right, the gates are going down. Look at that, gates are going down. We got a CSX train coming. That was a good train right there. Wasn't real long, but it was a good one. They were moving along pretty good. I could feel some air coming off that one. It's pretty hot and humid at the moment, so that really helped a lot. Well, let's see what else we can get over here. All right, check out the special train we got here. This is a CSX geometry train. This is a cool one, check it out. There we go. Oh, what's this? Got something special here. I can see people in the back. Wow, that was cool. That was pretty sweet. Leave a comment below about that one. That was a total surprise. They're headed north, headed towards Toledo. But wait, there's more. There always is. Check out this train right here. We are just a few miles southwest of Fostoria, and we got a train at a very interesting railroad crossing. Check this out. Here we go. There we go, an interesting railroad crossing. See that? You got that crossing over there at the gate still up. Yeah, just some kind of a random railroad crossing out here just southwest of Fostoria. This railroad crossing has got two lines right there. See that? So that gate in the middle only works if the outside track is going. That gate right there will go down if the train goes on the outside track. And then this other one right there, that one will only come down if the train is on this track closest to me. So that's kind of interesting. We're at milepost 285, and that train was going, looks like southbound, right next to this house. I'd like to stay for a weekend. Thanks for watching. All right, thanks for watching my videos, everyone. If you have time, check out another one, because every view really helps my channel out. All right, we'll see you later. Here comes the live action pets in the slideshow. All right, here's the live action pets. They're just wanting to get out of this fence right now. They want to go over to the pond. There's some ducks over there, so we have to watch out for them. All right, live action pets, let's go. Let's lift this gate up and let's open it up. There we go. Woo, look at that. Which one do you film? Where's she going? Get those ducks out the way. That dog's funny. They won't hurt the ducks, but they do like to chase them. Loki went right by those ducks right there. They're sitting on the dock. Where'd Loki go? Let's go find him. Loki just now found that duck and chased it in the water. See, there it is. It finally cooled down. It was 95 degrees. Then we got a thunderstorm that came through just for like 10 minutes. Cooled things way off. There's good old Chessie. You know, I cut all this stuff out of here all the way over to the fence about maybe 5 years ago. And look how much it grew back up. It really grows fast. We get about 48 inches of precipitation a year in this part of Ohio. This is the wettest part of Ohio. Yeah, we don't need all the rain that we get here. I hear some red-winged blackbirds. Listen. So they've got a nest around here somewhere. Now, about a month ago, I was filming a nest in that tree right over there. Red-winged blackbirds. And it had several babies, 3 or 4 babies in it, I forget. I put them in a video. So I think we got another nest over here somewhere, because I can hear them. There's the ducks. They're not used to us. See, they're afraid of people and dogs. They just kind of hang out here and do their own thing. Yeah, we had a storm a little bit ago and it blew a bunch of tree branches in here. There's some laying in the water over there. Oh, here's a little one here. Thought we was gonna get a lot more rain than that. I hear those red-winged blackbirds. Where are they at? Oh, there's one. They're hard to film. I'm gonna have to move out of this area. They're kind of freaking out on me. That is Lake Jawtooth right there. I had that constructed back in the 1990s. I think around 97, 98, I don't know, somewhere in that area. I had this thing put in. What are you doing, Jesse? What are you up to? Oh, look who's going for a swim. There's Jawtooth ship over there. Is that a frog? Something just jumped in the water. I saw a blue heron right over by this boat just yesterday. Standing right by the boat. I think it was catching frogs. I've seen them do it before. And here is the grave site for Prince. He was a little white dog that I had for years. Got him as a little tiny puppy. Had him for a long time and he died a few years back. He's in my original videos. He went with me to see all the trains. He went everywhere. He was in Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio. He was a good dog to take around. Let's go have a look at the soybeans, see what they look like. Okay, let's have a close look at the soybeans. There's a soybean plant right there. Now I filmed them planting out here about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And this is how tall the plants are so far. They started as seeds like that. There's something sprayed on those seeds. They don't normally look like that. So they got something sprayed on them that makes them grow better. And they put little slits in the ground and they drop these seeds in. It's called no-till farming. They don't have to plow and disc this every year. They do that every few years. So that's what the soybeans look like now. Next time I'll show them to you, you won't be able to see the dirt here. They'll totally cover this ground up and they'll get about a few feet tall. So there you go. Hey, look who it is. There comes Loki. Wanting to go back to the house. Oh yeah, one other thing before I forget. These fields are farmed by the Stalls Farms, and they've been farming my ground since 1994. They do have a channel. It's called Farmer Johnson. Farmer Johnson is the name of the channel for them, and they let me ride in their combine last year when they were harvesting these fields. So I made a video from that. Now you know. And there's Chesty right over there. I don't know what she's doing.